Closer in Time.
Previously on Closer in Time, early serpent art and myth in Europe, Africa, the Far East, the Middle East, and the Americas. At the close of the last ice age, around 11,000 BC, the climate of the northern hemisphere shifted suddenly. Temperatures dropped, reversing centuries of gradual warming. This abrupt cooling, recorded in ice cores and pollen deposits, marks the onset of what geologists call the Younger Dryas. Glaciers that had been retreating advanced once again. Permafrost returned to ground that had begun to thaw. Across North America and Eurasia, many large mammal populations either declined sharply or vanished outright. Massive pulses of meltwater poured into the Atlantic, disrupting ocean circulation. Storm systems shifted, rainfall decreased in some regions and intensified in others. Human communities adapted unevenly. Some abandoned settlements while others turned to new strategies for survival. A sudden, severe interruption in Earth's climate, though mostly localized to the northern hemisphere, the Younger Dryas spanned an especially frigid millennium within the greater long thaw of the last ice age. For tens of millennia, our Paleolithic forebears filled caves with depictions of lions, bison, and mammoth. Thousands of figures, but not one clear snake, serpent, or dragon. Then, after the Ice Age, the serpent suddenly appears everywhere. This rupture in imagery and myth aligns conspicuously with the Younger Dryas, a millennium of sudden cold, extinctions, and upheaval. The Serpent Comet Hypothesis holds that a comet shattered above the northern ice sheets. Imagine the sight, the manifold apparitions. First a glowing feathery serpent swelling across the heavens, then a fierce skyfire unraveling into curling luminous trails, and the world itself shattering, floods, fires, earthquakes, soot-black skies followed by famine and death. Perhaps the serpent's sudden rise in art and myth is the traumatic echo of that sky serpent bringing ruin. But trauma can also seed renewal. Across continents, the serpent became both terror and teacher, a force of destruction and rebirth, a scar of fire cosmically written first in the heavens, then by humans on stone.
The Serpent Comet Hypothesis is hotly debated. Proponents point to physical evidence of a comet strike from the period, including traces of iridium and microdiamonds. Opponents believe these are the results of routine geological processes. But perhaps the real smoking gun has been with us the whole time. The dozens of ancient cultural legacies found across the globe.